War. War never changes. Unless you're talking about turf war, that is. Welcome, kids and squids of all ages, to Squidsona, the newest and hottest show this side of Inkopolis, where we cover all the latest talent to come into turf war today. We will be covering not only the coolest and newest athletes out there in the battles, we will also be interviewing them individually, learning what makes them tick and what makes them the best of the best. Starting off today's roundup will be Chad Rockenberg, a sassy, rich, no-nonsense squid whose father owns one of the biggest clothing manufacturers this side of the Great Sea. So grab your squelcher, put on those punk cherries, and let's get right into it. Don't act like you don't know who I am. I'm Chad Rockenberg. Yes, that Chad Rockenberg. The son of Dr. Rockwell Rockenberg. Yes, see those punk cherries you're wearing? Or maybe those squink wingtips that your friend over there thinks are so cool. Those are cool because I'm cool. My family's cool. We invented cool. I'll let you know. So anything else made by some other company by Firefin, and they get most of their imports from the jellyfish, don't even compare them to the level of quality that we put into our stuff, or that my dad puts into the stuff that he gives me. Speaking of which, I'll have you know that I'm literally the highest ranked student over in Inkopolis High, and I've already been accepted in several Kelp League schools. You think you're as good as me? Think again, squid. All of my gear comes straight from the company, Rockenberg, and my father was lucky enough, no, or should I say, my father was rich enough to afford to get me a golden dynamo, an antique from the Great Turf War. And you think you guys are so hot with your squiffers and your squelchers and oh my gosh, what is that? Is that a sploosh-o-matic? Get that away from me. Dude, no, seriously, what is wrong with you? Anyways, today we're going to be looking at some of my battles, and you'll see exactly how well I do in destroying the competition and proving yet again that Rockenberg is the greatest family name in Inkopolis history. As you can see, this first battle takes place on Piranha Pit. What I'm betting what you didn't know is that this entire facility was constructed by none other than the Rockenberg Company. Yes, my family's company created this facility and this map for use in ink battles. So you're welcome, kids and squids. As usual, I was only looking out for my poor classmates who were great lovers of ink battle, and I wanted to offer them a safer and more fun alternative to the wretched other maps out there like, well, a warehouse. Who uses or even plays in a warehouse of all things? Ghastly. Anyways, here you can see me doing the exact best thing I could do, which was retreating from this suction bomb rush. And here I am again, giving ourselves and our entire team a bit more territory to move in. There, my Kraken ally takes out another member of the enemy's squad, and the place is ours. Not bad performance for someone who is not a Rockenberg. Here you can see me sending out another ink strike and valiantly giving myself for the cause and giving my friend the opportunity to take out the Wasabi Spider Shot. It is not a death wasted, merely an opportunity given to a friend. So there, squids. Anyways, as usual, I'm putting forth most of the pressure on the enemy team. As you can see, taking out this fool who believed that he was quite good enough to stop us. My fellow friend here with the Tempo Dynamo moves in, and we both take out that annoying shooter that was up there. I have no idea what that gun was, but it is beneath me. All these squids are beneath me, and I don't care what they do, as long as they lose. Some call me a jerk, some call me a douchebag, some call me various names, various unsavory meanings, but I don't care, because none of these squids can even afford a weapon as glorious as my beloved golden dynamo. This dynamo was not just mine, not just my father's, but this is passed down from my great-grandfather who fought in the very first Great Turf War. I will never relinquish this weapon. As you can see, this common low-caste commoner defeated me by sneaking cowardly up behind my back to attack me. Attack me from the front, my good sir, like a man. As you can see, I'm valiantly taking the charge towards the enemy, but my teammates were not there to assist me. So obviously I was taken unawares by the ranger that wasabi and destroyed. I cannot believe that I had such incompetence on my team. Don't play turf war if you're not willing to give to your 115% squids. Oh my Lanta. I destroyed Crover, and then I destroyed her friend, but then another one of their cowardly allies decided to attack me from behind. It's NZAP 85. I cannot believe this. Fine, let's just get to the aftermath of the battle. Cowardly, and you can see the stupid jellyfish up there hanging from the poles, wires. And yet, we still destroyed them, as usual. You would expect nothing less from me, Chad Rockenberg. Now, as you can see, this battle takes place on Kelp Dome, another project place that was mostly funded by Rockenberg, but I do believe some other small companies like Firefin decided to pitch in. Maybe Zinc as well, I don't know, and I don't care because we provided the bulk of the funding. Now, as you can see, I'm yelling at my teammates to come on so that I can avoid what nearly resulted in a catastrophe last game. The just overall lack of communication and teamwork between myself and my other allies, and I use that term as lightly as possible. I cannot believe that I, a Rockenberg, am forced to have to ally myself with common squids such as these, but nevertheless, I will prevail. As you can see, I'm sending out an ink strike to assist my allies in our forward push, and we have a very annoying set of chargers and other weapons that we are facing up against. I'm sending out a good amount of ink to help stop their charge. Hopefully my teammates would do more, or at least that's what I thought this battle. The best thing to come out of this battle is me, wielding my grandfather's very powerful golden dynamo roller. Oh, I am well known in my school as being one of the most powerful wielders of this ancient weapon. Few of these weapons actually still exist, and those that do are wielded only by this class of squid. As you can see, I am trading splat bombs with this fool on the side of the fence. Oration has never been my strongest suit. Neither has been surviving ambushes, but we shall prevail. As you can tell, I obviously only was ambushed because my teammates did not help me. Thus you can see me spurring them on to greater heights and challenges with the very useful, come on, battle cry. Is it more or is it a bit hot in here? Anyway, you can see me wielding this golden dynamo to deadly efficiency here, nearly destroying 2 of the enemy. But again, none of my teammates were there, and I must say, bad form, bad form. At least stay around your teammates in order to help them out, shall you? But no, they decided that it was better for them to pursue stupid interests such as rushing on the enemy base alone without me, Chad Rockenberg. How can anyone ever dream of having a Rockenberg on their team and not trying to utilize me to their best interests? Ha! These squids are all fools, as you can see. Ha! This Marjorie believed that she had enough moxie to defeat me, am I right? Am I right? That sophisticated humor, you dull squids. Anyways, this is the last 30 seconds of this match, and I was taken out, unfortunately. Or at least, he thought he would take me out. But I managed to jump back home just in time to avoid death, as a Rockenberg should. And here, you can see, one good splat bomb, one good ink strike, and the day is ours. Oh, and we utterly destroyed the enemy team, mostly because of me. I will say that I did at least 80% of the work. I'm not going to say 90% because I want to be magnanimous to my teammates, but I will say that despite getting, say, 3rd, I still did the best on my team in terms of pure unmitigated skill. And squids, for my final battle that I will share with you today, we're back at Piranha Pit, where you can see the Japanese player is assisting me with the use of the Golden Dynamo. That is the only reason I gave out the customary booyah, which was a greeting and a challenge at the same time during the Great Turf War, as you know. Ancient tradition said that if two weapons of the same kind were to meet on the field of battle, they would exchange a booyah, and if they were on the same team, they would not only work together in unison, but they would single-handedly crush the other team, or at least that's how the legends go. As you can see, I nearly destroyed that mini Splatling there, but if it wasn't for his insufferable bubbler, I would have single-handedly taken out the entire enemy team by myself. Needless to say, I did perform admirably. See, it's the stress of battle that is making my oratory skills less than up to par. And this infuriating common dynamo roller decided that he was good enough to take me down. And of course, my teammates were nowhere to be found. I wanted to love this team. I really did. I gave them my all. But unfortunately, none of them were there for me when I really needed them to be. I wish I could say good things about this team. I wish I could say good things about Inklings in general, but most of them are simply unreliable. For example, those squids that think that they can use E-leaders all the time. Why would you do that? You offer no help to your team and only infuriate them by stealing kills from your allies and infuriating your enemies until they decide to destroy you. Stop doing that. And again, because my team was not around to help me, I was ambushed by this infuriating common dynamo and that ridiculous legendary cap that he got from Captain Cuttlefish. Of all people, Captain Cuttlefish! Oh! Insufferable old squid. He thinks that he was the only one who knew what was going on during the Great Turf War. The reason that my grandfather today has not had any sufficient recognition of battlefield prowess is all because of Captain Cuttlefish. I have no love in my heart for Captain Cuttlefish or his family or his stupid grandchildren, Callie and Marie. This insufferable show and their insufferable antics and insufferable Callie all come together to form this one insufferable act of stupidity that I will not ignore. Needless to say, thanks to all the stupidity evident in my team and evident on the other team, we lost this battle already. You can see just how much the other team is covering, and as you can see here, I am literally the only one among us with any sort of sense, trying to get around the enemy team in order to spread in. What does my team do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Squidding nothing. The squidding idiots were trying to throw their faces at the enemy team in order to, I don't know, gain turf somehow? If they only followed my lead, we would not be in this predicament today. What? Hey, get off of me. Hey, what do you mean that I can't say these things? This is all true. This is what happened. Due to the allegations leveled against Chad Rockenberg and the Rockenberg Foundation, due to the untimely comments leveled against some of their competitors by none other than Chad Rockenberg himself, we will no longer be featuring Chad Rockenberg on Squidsona. However, we will have an excellent lineup of other Inklings to showcase for you in the coming weeks. We hope that you enjoyed this episode of Squidsona, and please be sure to stay fresh.